So Sophia, this project, I mean, did you have any apprehension about taking it on being a remake of a beloved classic?
You know, it was more excitement than anything else than like Butterflies. It's such an honor to be able to reimagine this movie and you know, share it with a whole new generation. So yeah, we were all just very excited and very honored, and we still can't really believe that we're lucky enough to be able to retell this story.
And I mean, it does feel like not a straight remake. There's quite a few changes in there.
Exactly, yes.
So can you tell us a bit about the changes and
Sure.
your character in particular?
Yes, so this time around there's 2 babysitters instead of 1. And my character Lola is this passionate, free-spirited artist who's a risk taker. She isn't afraid to take risk and to kind of be daring in life, but that kind of leads her to be a bit irresponsible at times. She's very passionate about art and photography, which I admire a lot about her, and she isn't afraid to be herself. And then there's Jenny, who is very in-the-box, perfect, straight-A student, so they're polar opposites, which is kind of what drives this story. And they go off into this crazy adventure in the city because Lola loses a child, of course, because she cannot babysit, starts a fire. In the movie, we have a few homages to the original. We have the rap battle rather than the jazz club scene, which was very fun for, you know, kind of a nice twist on that. Jenny wears the camel coat, which is also an homage to Elizabeth Shue's coat. We also have a scene in the laundry facility, and we have the moment of don't mess with the babysitter, which is classic.
I'm glad you mentioned the rap battle because I think a lot of people are talking about that.
Totally, they are.
How did you find doing that?
It was the coolest experience. I had never rapped before, neither had Sabrina, and we were trying to be really cool rappers, and we had the greatest time doing it, and shooting it as well was a lot of fun. The kids loved it, doing the choreography, just being in that scene with all the energy and the electricity you feel from the crowd. It was a great moment, and it's also a pretty crucial moment for Jenny and Lola's friendship, because it's the first time they kind of start to work together towards the end of the battle, and they kind of start to feel like, oh, she's kind of cool. Maybe we can be friends, and it's the beginning of that friendship.
Yeah, and so what qualities do you think Lola admires in Jenny, and what do you think is that drives them apart to start off with?
Yes. Well, I think to start off with the fact that they would probably never thought they would ever be friends. But I think what's so beautiful is as the story goes on, they kind of each start to learn from each other and empower one another and have this beautiful friendship between Lola and Jenny, where Lola learns from Jenny that even though it's important to be a risk for your actions as well, and Jenny learns from Lola that even though you have to be responsible and disciplined.
With so many other people younger than you.
Yes.
And did you feel a bit of responsibility for them as well while you were working?
It was my first time working with kids. We really became a family, and we still are, and I'm forever thankful to have had this experience with them, to have grown with them, to have learned from them. They're so talented, and it was really an adventure of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell us a bit about Sabrina as well, because obviously you work very closely with her on this.
Yes, together.
I think one of the things, or one of the universal experiences that everyone can identify with is that idea of going to a big city and a city for the first time and some of the experiences that you had.
Yeah, kind of like when I first went to New York. Although I was raised in a big city, I was raised in Miami. It kind of reminds me of like going off from the city at nighttime in New York, and you kind of dream of going off into this crazy adventure, especially because babysitting is such a big part of our culture. We all either babysit or we babysit, and we've all kind of dreamt of kind of going off into the big bad city with this crazy adventure with all our friends. So it was kind of we were kind of living vicariously through this film.
Mm-hmm. And this is, I think this is going to be the 100th Disney classic.
It is. It's
Disney
the
Channel.
100th DCOM, which
Yeah,
is unreal.
so I mean, did you feel any extra pressure doing that, or you know, does that weigh on your mind basically doing something like that?
We found out afterwards that it was the 100th movie, and
Which is probably a relief, I guess, not having that while you were making it.
probably, but it was more a sense of like, wow, like me really having grown up since the age of 3 watching Disney Channel, being obsessed with every DCOM, every Disney star that's been through Disney Channel, and to now be a part of the 100th film is just like it's a pinch me moment every time anyone says it. It really is such an honor, and I'm forever thankful for the channel.
Mm-hmm. And people will also know you for Descendants, which was a huge hit.
Yes, thankfully.
Can you tell us a bit about the reaction to that, and
Yeah.
also starting work on the sequel soon?
Yeah, so Descendants changed my life. It launched my career as an actress and a singer. It was my first introduction into this world. And Evie's been very good to me. It was an incredible journey to be a part of that film, and such an honor to be part of a film that has become such a phenomenon as Descendants has become, thanks to all the fans who have fallen in love with our story. And we're so thrilled to see where Descendants 2 will take us and where Evie's journey will go.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Or
Yeah, so all I know really is that we're reprising our roles in the sequel, and that there's going to be a new villain, which is Ursula's daughter, Uma. So we're very excited to see what kind of trouble she'll stir, and we're very, very excited to kind of not only work together again and work with Kenny and to see where the story goes, because we haven't read a script yet.
I mean, that's such a wide universe where you could go in so many different
Anywhere.
directions.
We're working with the Disney universe, the fairy tale universe. So really, the opportunities are endless. So I'm curious to see where they take it.
Now, Adventures in Babysitting is a classic from the 80s.
Yes.
Do you have any favourites from that era yourself?
I would say this is definitely one of my favorites. I also loved the movie Sabrina. Was one of my favorites of all time. I actually love quite a lot of 80s films. I actually watched Adventures in Babysitting with my mom because she's a big fan of films, and we kind of would watch movies together all the time, and Sabrina's one of my favorites for sure. Beautiful about it is it's literally a film for the whole family because the parents know and love the film already, and the kids will hopefully fall in love with this retelling of the story, and they'll be able to watch it together, and the comedy was written so brilliantly that it's quite funny for adults and kids. The humor is really hysterical, and it's very, very happy with the script. It was really amazing.
Mm-hmm. And can you see Lola and Jenny carrying on their journey together as friends, or...?
Most definitely. I think by the end of the movie, the friendship that they formed was really special. And it's a story about girls empowering other girls, which is very beautiful. And I think they will be friends for a long time after this. Especially after sharing this adventure. I think you have a bond like no other.
You mentioned that Lola is quite a free spirit, and the side of her that you admire is the artistic side.
Yes.
So do you get a chance to do that yourself in various things that you do away from maybe filming?
Well, you know, I feel like even though I'm not a photographer or a painter like Lola, I'm an artist, and I do love to sing, to act, to dance, and to perform, and that's my art, and I love it just like Lola loves her art, so in that way I feel like I'm similar to Lola.
Mm-hmm. And is rapping a new career for you now then?
You know what? I've rapped more than I ever thought I would in the last 2 days. Who knows?
Was there ever any embarrassment in it, or did you just throw yourself straight into it?
The last interview I had to freestyle rap, and I was like, oh my gosh, Sophia, oh my gosh. Please, I hope they don't notice how red my cheeks are right now. But it was so much fun to just kind of throw yourself into it and just kind of let go.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Sophia.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey